Hi apes, coming at you with a relatively short video here. It's not going to be very in-depth, but it is going to be on something which I have noticed, and maybe some of you guys have noticed it too. Now again, it is subsequently my opinion, it may be right, it may be wrong. Take it as nothing more than opinion. But if you have noticed this as well, make sure to drop me a comment down below. Now we're going to dive straight in, but can I ask you guys to like the video and subscribe, but now let's get to the topic. So the topic that I'm going to be covering is related to the price action. It's one thing that I think everybody should be very cautious of. We'll start off on the 5-day, and we're seeing this decent climb for AMC in the past week, as you will know, coming up from around about $13 actually, all the way up to, if we include the post market on Friday, a price of $16.04. Really, it was a big win. Most people will be very, very happy to see this. Zooming out to the past month, this becomes even more apparent. We can see the amount of basically very decent green days we have had. Subsequently, after the past 2 or 3 weeks, it is nice to see some growth. Is it anywhere near to what we need to see and what we will potentially see in MOS? No, it does appear relatively tiny based on that. However, let's not discount the wins that we do have when we have them, and I think that was really quite a past win that we saw in the week. Now, of course I'm not bearish, I make multiple videos, bullish videos on AMC a day, so don't get it twisted, but I am trying to share something which I am going to be very cautious of into this next week. Now, it does all reflect back to the price action. We've seen a lot of red with AMC in the past year, really. Yes, we had a big run up, and I'm not trying to discount that either, and I think we are going to see the MOS eventually. But one thing I hear a lot of is, especially when we have green days, people becoming overly bullish. Now again, it doesn't hurt to be bullish at all on AMC. I do hold a lot of shares, I'm sure you guys do too. But one thing that I'm going to say is, over time, they are going to be trying to destroy our morale, and that's why we shouldn't give them the opportunity. Every single time we see AMC up on days really like this, we have this big green candle, where we see AMC up by 10-15%, I'm still very cautious, and it's not because I don't want it to run, of course I do. But we also need to think about it realistically. They don't want this one to run. So taking that into account, why are they letting it run on certain days? And in the past week especially, I think there is a fair reason to this. Now, for this to be discovered, we're going to have to come over here. What we have is a page showing the general markets on the last trading day, which was Friday. So we're going to highlight the main 3, which is of course these. We're looking at the Dow Jones at the top, the Nasdaq at the middle, and also the S&P at the very bottom. Now, these 3 are going to be key because they show us where the markets are moving in general. It's a generalized view of the wider US market. And they're looking very, very great. The Dow Jones tends to move the least out of all of these, and that is still true for Friday, but it is up by 0.8%. The Nasdaq up by a shocking 2%, and the S&P is up by 1.17. So, looking at the Friday alone, very green day. Looking at AMC, relatively green day as well. Looking at these in the past week, similar story. Now, I'm not going to make this a very long video, but we're going to just have a look at one of them, which I think is the most inclusive, and that's going to be the S&P. So have a look at the S&P, and we will also do this in the past 5 days. So you're going to see the picture for that 5-day period, and it really isn't looking too bad. We'll just wait a second for it to load, if it will, and you'll see how things really, especially the past week, have been fairly okay. So you get that trend over here. And when we think about where AMC is more specifically, coming back from that, AMC is doing quite well in the past week. Something which is also true of the broader markets. And I've been speaking about this for a very, very, very long time. When AMC tends to be up, they tend to do this on days when the market is looking green, on weeks when the market is looking green. But when AMC is up, it's not really up as much as it should be, in the sense that the generalized market will be running by 2-3%, which by the way is really quite a decent jump for a major index. So they will be running like that, and they will put AMC up by a couple of percent. And that's one thing that I'm very cautious of, because that's how we have formed this channel, especially the past month or two. When we look out to the 1-year chart, that's how they've been able to form this pattern. They bring it down over time in relation in the same trend to the wider market, and then they go about everywhere spreading FUD to apes, telling us the reason why AMC is falling today is because the general market is falling and meme stocks can't keep up. Now that's all well and good for the generalized meme stock, and as a topic, it should be true. These stocks should not be sat where they are. However, they miss out one fundamental detail, and that is the fact that apes continue to hold. And as long as apes continue to hold, the price should have been where it initially was, around here, if not higher. As I've said before, AMC is not necessarily about fundamentals or technicals. It's about fundamentals of the squeeze. And fundamentals of the squeeze, nothing has really changed there. The majority of people are still continuing to hold, and as long as that is the case, I do still have a lot of faith in the movement. And that does appear to be the case, if not more so now than it was back in the early part of 2021. So taking all of that into account, be cautious in the next week, because we just don't know what the markets are going to do. Perhaps we'll have another great week, and perhaps AMC may go on to outperform the market. But don't forget, guys, whenever it runs, just question things. Not in a bad way, because of course one day we are going to see those green candles hopefully taking us up like what we saw back here, so don't question it too much, but just have the little thought in the back of your mind. It never hurts to be bullish, as I said, but the last thing that I want is for you guys to get hurt. So do be cautious. Again, I am going to continue to hold, but I do think about it every single time that we are green. I think some people do, some people don't. Never hurts. If you feel the need to stay neutral on a daily basis, I completely understand why, but also just think about it, okay? Don't become overly hyped, because that is exactly what they want. It's all about emotions for them now, and believe they know it. So it's been a short one, but I will see you all later. Goodbye for now, see you soon. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here, and again if you do join us it is completely free, link is down below, but if you do want to become a Patreon you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name, so your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.